and welcome to hardware class. Today we are going to discuss about the topic troubleshooting and what are the main common problems which we face in hardware. Okay, the first problem is machine is not getting turned on. So what are the steps we have to perform? First of all, we will check if there is light present on the CPU. If you don't see the lights, then what you can do is you can change the power cable. Okay, check if the power cable is connected properly or not. You can try replacing the power cable and see. You will have extra power cable connected to the monitor, right? You can use that power cable. Mhm. Then what you can do is you can remove keyboard and mouse, any other USB devices or and internet cable which is connected to the CPU. Okay, and connect only power cable and try to turn the machine on and see, like do you see at the backside of the CPU you can check if the SMPS fan is running or not. In case if it is not running, what you can do is you can open CPU. Okay, remove the SMPS power connector which is present on the motherboard. It will be like this. You have to press this button, okay, and remove the SMPS power connector. Clean this slot and insert the SMPS power connector again and turn on the machine. Also check for the light, green light which will be present on motherboard. Okay, if you see the light, what you can do is you can remove the hard disk cable which is present on the motherboard. Remove the RAM slot, clean it and insert again and try to turn on the power CPU and see. If it is not working, what you can do is like it could be issue with the SMPS fan or it can be issue with the motherboard. The second issue is system is getting on, but while booting it is getting restart. Okay, so there are many causes for this issue. So you can turn on the machine while the computer is booting. What you can do is you can press F8 key present on your keyboard and you will get advanced boot options. It will look like this. So you will get all these options here. What you have to do is you have to click on safe mode. Okay, but in case if you want to use internet in safe mode, you can select safe mode with networking. So once you select this option, what you can do is before that you can also use this option as well, last known good configuration. So select this option and try to restart the machine. In case if it is working, well and good. If it is not working, select safe mode with networking option, and once you log in into your machine, go open run command and type temp. Okay, and click on OK and delete all the temporary files. Once you delete it, again type percentage temp percentage. So a window will open and you have to delete all these temporary files and see if you have installed any program recently. Okay, so open add and remove programs by typing this command in the run. This window will open and select any unwanted softwares or any programs which you have installed recently. Select it and click on uninstall. In case if you have connected a pen drive recently or copied any data, okay, in case if you have antivirus already installed, you can perform scan and remove the quarantine files. In case if there are no antivirus is installed on your machine, what you can do is you can search for this malware bytes and install it on your machine, and it will check for any malware present on your machine and it will delete it. If you are still facing the same issue, what you can do is you can click on start, type this keyword, create a restore point in search box. It will give you one window. Click on it. Okay, you will get this option. Select a C volume and click on system restore. Okay, and it will show you multiple dates. So you can select one of the date and you can restore your machine to the date. So on the date that machine was working fine. Okay, so it will restore your machine to that date and you can use the machine. The other issue is from your CPU a beep sound is coming continuously. There are many reasons for this issue, like it can be issue with the RAM, it can be issue with the CPU. Okay, depending upon the beep sound as well, we can understand what it is related to. For example, if it is issue with the RAM, you will get a two beep sound, one small beep sound, one long beep sound. If it is issue with the CPU, you will get continuous beep sound. However, what we have to do is we can open the CPU and remove the RAM and clean the slots and insert it again. Second one is, in case if it is CPU is overheated, you will see a message on the screen like CPU over temperature error. We have to remove the CPU and we have to apply heatsink. Heatsink is a solution, guys. It is a paste. Okay, it will be like this. You can get it from a hardware shop. You have to apply it on the CPU. So in case if there is no issue with the CPU or RAM, what we have to do is you can clean the RAM slot, you can clean the CPU fan, then remove BIOS battery and insert it again, and remove the jumper which will be present beside BIOS battery. You can try that step as well. Okay, so even after trying all these steps, if you still face the same issue, it could be issue with your motherboard, or you can try connecting different SMPS ones and check. It could be issue with the voltage as well. And this is also one of the most common problem, disk boot failure or invalid system disk. So whenever you are running on the machine, you will get this error message on the screen. It means it is not able to detect the bootable device, mean hard disk. So you can go into BIOS and search if hard disk is detected or not. If your hard disk is not detected, what you can do is you can check if there is any connection issue. Open CPU, check if all the cables are connected properly to your hard disk. Remove the connector and insert it again, and do the same steps on the motherboard as well. Remove the connector of the hard disk and connect it again. Okay, so once you connect it again, you can go into BIOS and see if your device is detected. If it is still not detecting, you can change the cable of your hard disk, replace it and see. And other issue is, most of the time date and time keeps changing. It is because your BIOS battery has been expired. What we have to do is we have to replace this battery which is present on the motherboard. You can get this battery from a local hardware shop. Okay, and fatal error, which is also known as blue screen of death. Okay, it will look like this, and you will find some error codes here. You can type this error code in the Google and it will show like what exactly is the issue. Most of the time it will happen when you install any applications programs on your machine, or if you have connected any hardware which is not compatible. Okay, so you have to remove it, or else you can uninstall the program or software which you have installed, then you can try restarting the machine. So this is what mentioned here. Check for any newly installed applications, drivers, or any connected hardware. Because of the compatibility issues, it will fail to boot. So we have to uninstall or remove the hardware. You can try changing the RAM and check as well. Insert the connector and add-on cards. Add-on cards means like if you have inserted any hardware device on the motherboard, connected any hardware device like LAN card, sound card, any VGA card. Mhm. So these are the most common problems which we see usually while troubleshooting the hardware. Okay, so this is how you have to troubleshoot. Thank you for watching, guys. Meet you in next class. So kindly please do subscribe, like and share it with your friends. Thank you.